So, hello everyone. Thanks for joining today. It's good to see you here. We are also live on Facebook, as we can see. So I think we have quite a lot of topics to cover today, so maybe it would be a good idea to start right at the hour. First of all, thank you all for taking the time, and we're really anxious to have you here at one of our new workshops, webinars under the B2B Academy brand. For those of you who do not know, B2B Academy is NNC's series of learning and knowledge sharing events and trainings that we launched last year, right in the middle of the pandemic, when a lot of people asked us to share valuable information and, you know, just help them with what they can do to move more into a digital marketing ecosystem. So thanks everybody for connecting. I see a lot of people joining and also in the waiting room. Perhaps more will come in time. So first of all, let me first introduce our speakers for today's session. We have here Diana Tataran. She's the marketing manager at Avelgo. Hi, Diana.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Thanks for being here. We also have three partners and friends from ClickDimensions. We have Oksana Bajor, who is a MarTech solutions specialist at ClickDimensions. Hi, Oksana.
Hi, everyone.
We also have Nazir Olumi, who is a territory channel manager at Central Europe and MEA at ClickDimensions.
Hey guys, thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
Thanks for being here, Nazir. And we also have Sunil Bugal, who is a pre-sales consultant at ClickDimensions.
Hey, everybody.
Thanks, everyone, for being here. I am Wana Lefter. I'm a managing partner at NNC Services. I'm also a lecturer at the B2B Academy by NNC that I just mentioned. I'm a great fan of technology and marketing in general and marketing automation in particular. I've been advocating for people in our region to try to start adopting what they need to support their marketing and sales activities. Just a few information about NNC. For those of you who do not know us, we are a B2B growth marketing multinational. We're working with customers in the ITNC sector all over the world. We are really data-driven and focused on marketing technologies and automation. And for today's session that is dedicated to the Microsoft Dynamics 365 environment, we've invited our partners from ClickDimensions, which is a marketing automation platform natively built with Dynamics. And I'm going to invite Nazir to talk a bit about their company, their goals for our region and our partnership in general.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. Hope you can hear me. And
yes,
the video is still working. Thank you very much for the kind words. Guys, my name is Nazir Olumi. I'm managing our partners in Central Europe and in Eastern Europe and Middle East, of course. Let me say a few words about our partnership with NNC Services. So NNC Services and Loredana, of course, have been our partner for almost exactly 3 years now. And you know, actively selling or distributing ClickDimensions solutions and services in Eastern European region. Especially countries like Romania, Bulgaria, Poland play an important role for us. We at ClickDimensions are really happy to have a reliable and capable partner in that region. That's something what I wanted to say. And also that we are really happy, or I am personally really happy that we are planning and doing some joint activities in that region to inform our existing customers and prospects about our solution and services, of course, with NNC Services. So with that said, I would give it back to you, Juana.
Thank you so much, Nazir, for being here and sharing all this information with us. So we have quite a few topics on today's agenda. First, I'm going to set up the context and talk a bit about what is marketing automation and why is it so important today more than ever. Then Oksana will give you a more in-depth look about the ClickDimensions platform and its benefits when integrated with Dynamics. And last but not least, Diana from Avelgo will show all of us a hands-on case study about how they are using the platform to manage their marketing activities, and more specifically, how it was used to organize one of the most important events in the Microsoft environment in the region, which is the Cloud Conference. So let's start with the basics. So what is marketing automation? In a nutshell, marketing automation is all about using software to automate marketing activities. Now, many marketing departments automate especially repetitive tasks such as email marketing, social media posting, and even ad campaigns, not just for the sake of efficiency, but so they can provide a more personalized experience for their customers. Now, the technology of marketing automation makes these tasks obviously easier. And I like to use this comparison usually. Think of effective marketing automation like growing a garden, right? You need fertile soil ripe for growth, you need seeds to sow, and you need, water and light to nurture those seeds into a lush blooming plant. Now, with good marketing automation, it's easier exactly to do that, to nurture those leads, which are the seedlings, well enough to produce ultimately some paying customers, a lush, full-grown plant. Now, marketing automation features can vary by platform, but the ones you can see on these slides are, some of the most common features you will find in any solution, like event management, reporting, lead scoring, and so on. Why is marketing automation so important in general, but specifically why today? Now, the internet and social media have changed buyers' behaviors, which has in turn changed how companies market and sell. With information which is so readily available, buyers are now in more of a power position, in more control than ever before. So they expect to get more relevant, personalized, and timely communications from brands. And here you can see some interesting statistics, like, for instance, the fact that 79% of marketing leads never actually convert into sales because the companies lack the ability to nurture a lead as they should, or that it takes an average of 10 marketing-driven touches, which obviously it's really hard to cover in a manual environment. Or 89% of customers begin their buying process with just a search engine. And this is available in B2B as well. Now, what's happening in the future, or what are the trends? And we all know that 2020 has changed businesses and marketing in many ways. The adoption of digital marketing increased, and thus the adoption of integrated technologies to support this shift and accelerate growth. Marketing automation, for instance, adoption also grew, since over 90% of B2B sales have moved online during last year, according to McKinsey. And thus, the need for generating leads online and nurturing them online in an automated manner, preferably. 80% of B2B sales interactions between suppliers and buyers occur in the digital channels, or they expect to occur by 2025. And I'm also seeing from, the statistics and the studies that are coming out at the end of this year that they're actually adjusting all these figures, because what happened during the past 2 years, the process has accelerated. And we're seeing an increased adoption into tools, into automation, into digital in general. So we all have to adapt to this wave and make sure that our businesses are also aligned with our competitors and what our industries are doing in general. Which leads us to marketing automation technologies, and let's say what are the more specific figures in these areas. For instance, 80% of marketers already use some sort of automation software to generate more leads, or companies that have implemented a marketing automation platform see higher level of collaboration between sales and marketing. Now, sales and marketing alignment is really critical, and actually we're planning to hold a webinar just on this topic specifically, because it generates so much friction and it impacts so much the amount of customers and business you will close. Or 63% of companies that are outgrowing their competitors use marketing automation. So it's clear that what all this data shows us is that marketing automation is basically a competitive advantage, but more than that, it's critical for your business growth in the future. Okay, now let's take a short break and perhaps use the chat window to interact a bit. I'm curious of all the people present here, what tools do you currently use to automate your marketing? So put in the chat window really quick. If you use no tools or you don't know, you can just say, I don't know, or no tool at all. But if there's anything that you use at the moment, okay. Okay, so Daniel is using Apollo. What else? Who else wants to share? The ClickDimensions team can put in ClickDimensions. HubSpot, yeah, that's also a famous marketing automation tool. Okay. HubSpot, Linked Helper. Okay, very interesting. A lot of different tools, more complex platform, but also I see tools that cover just a very specific piece of the process. And I'm pretty sure you don't even know which others are based on automation and you use them, but you will find out later. Okay, so thanks for sharing, everybody. I am now going to invite Oksana from ClickDimension on the virtual floor to tell us more about what a marketing automation solution such as ClickDimensions can do specifically for our marketing departments and our organizations in general. Oksana, you have the floor.
Thank you, Diana. Oana, sorry. I will now share my screen. Apologies. Yeah. So let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, great. So, yeah, hi everyone. As Oana mentioned before, I'm Oksana. I'm responsible for Middle East and Central Europe as MarTech Solution Specialist. I have 14 years experience in business technology sales. And in the next few minutes, I will show you how ClickDimensions enables marketeers to effectively nurture their audience with the help of marketing automation tools. So I will start by running through a handful of slides. This will also in some way set the scene for a marketing campaign that Diana is going to showcase in a few minutes. So first of all, a few words about ClickDimensions. We have been around for over 10 years now. We have a global presence. We work with a wide network of partners in 76 countries. We have nearly 4,000 customers. And the most important part of this slide is that we are 100% native to Microsoft Dynamics. So everything that you will do in ClickDimensions will be inside Dynamics. I think this picture familiar to most marketeers, and ClickDimensions understands the challenges marketeers are facing on a daily basis. So today marketeers need to do more with less. They have data siloed in various places. Also marketeers need to stay on top of the changing behavior of their customers and at the same time deliver a personalized experience. And they need to maximize their return on investment for higher revenue and much more. So to address these challenges and to achieve success, marketeers require marketing automation tools that integrates with their Dynamics CRM. And actually, this is where ClickDimensions comes in. ClickDimensions is the marketing cloud for marketing dynamics, from marketing applications to marketing analytics to services and much more. We have all those aspects covered. Our marketing automation platform is trusted by marketeers around the world and to help them to find, nurture, convert and engage the audience that matters to them the most. We are massive when it comes to the customer journey. We understand that the campaigns we run are only as good as the journey we lay out at the start. So ClickDimensions marketing automation application includes all the tools that marketeers need for marketing throughout customer journey. We will now walk you through the tools and start showing on the slides what exactly our solution offers. So inbound marketing. We can support you with those inbound marketing activities. When it comes to inbound marketing, to attract and capture new leads, to grow marketing database, we have web intelligence tools. We can create landing pages. We can capture forms and surveys which speak to CRM. We can manage events and much more. We also have a whole service team you could leverage should you need bespoke marketing support. With ClickDimensions, customers are able to aggregate and manage leads generated from all lead sources, be it forms, surveys, landing pages, and events we mentioned on the previous slide. Our lead management features will allow to consolidate leads from multiple channels to score and nurture them until they are sales ready. Once we understand how to manage leads, we can then think about how we can take them on journey. Each marketing list that you create in the CRM could have its own personalized campaign or its own customer journey. With ClickDimensions, you can utilize our multi-channel tools to execute digital marketing campaigns across a wide range of marketing channels, including social media and SMS. With ClickDimensions, campaign management and automation tools, we enable marketeers to plan, automate, and report on overall effectiveness of their marketing efforts. This slide is my favorite one. Here we will show you a blueprint that our customers follow in order to produce a successful digital marketing campaign. So first of all, any campaign must start with a pipeline generator. Any landing pages, web forms, surveys, and even social posts should all be designed intelligently to capture data from a user. A name or an email at least should be at a minimum, and at this point we are generating leads. Once we capture this identifiable and opted-in data, we then need to store this in the CRM. These leads are considered warm leads because we have had a digital interaction. Somebody is showing interest in our brand or our products, services, depending on what the pipeline generator was offering. So now that we have these warm leads, we need to segment them. We can segment them based on responses to questions we have asked at the beginning of pipeline generator stage, such as gender or interest, or maybe even by their marketing journey and behavior, which we will have access to, of course, because of the ClickDimensions platform. Now, once we have segmented those leads, we can then create personalized and tailor-made campaigns, which will provide a better customer experience and therefore a more successful campaign. It's completely automated, and using a combination of all those capabilities will help us to make the campaign successful. The result of these strategic and defined automations means we will have a sales funnel consisting of warm leads, or let's say hot leads, and opportunities. We can get notifications when to engage with a prospect. And then, of course, we need to calculate the return on investment and look at ways to optimize the campaign to get better results. We take our learnings and we rinse and repeat for the next campaign, or we can go back and edit any automations we have set up. So hopefully this provides a very clear picture as to what is possible with ClickDimensions. And to summarize, ClickDimensions is the unified marketing analytics and services platform in the market for marketing Dynamics CRM. We help Dynamics users to achieve more with their marketing today for a more successful tomorrow. And that is basically my presentation, what I wanted, my message I wanted to deliver to you. And I will now hand it over to Diane, who will show you more on live example, how she has used our tool. Thank you, everyone. Diana, over to you.
Thank you as well, Oksana. I really liked that your favorite slide. It's my favorite slide as well. I think we can all print it and put it on our desktops. So thanks so much. And Diana, you now have the floor. Diana will show us even more specifically how she's using ClickDimensions into her day-to-day activities as a marketing manager at Avelgo.
Okay, so my name is Diana Tataran. I am the marketing manager at Avelgo, which is also the company who is organizing Cloud Conference. We will be talking a bit about this event shortly. I've been coordinating conferences, and let's say I've been an event manager for almost 10 years now. Actually, two conferences, this one, Cloud Conference, and IT Camp, which was a community conference, technology community conference. We chose to work with ClickDimensions because it eased our job so much. As a background, I'm a software developer turned marketer. It was quite funny, the journey I took to reach this point, but for sure technology helps me a lot to in my day-to-day job. It's also easy for me because I'm an early adopter of kind of anything related to technology. Okay, so let me talk to you a bit about Avelgo. We are a full service technology solution and managed services provider, and we've been around since 2006. We've delivered, besides consulting services, custom software development, also tech support and trainings all over the world. What we aim is to empower companies to leverage technology in a tailored manner, both on short-term and long-term, while achieving their most important business needs, such as scalability, cost efficiency, and flexibility. And back in 2017, we saw a need in the market for, let's say, letting people know the benefits of the cloud. And this was how we came up with the idea of organizing the cloud conference, which was the first conference on Microsoft's cloud technology in Romania, other than Microsoft. So it was driven by industry experts. Also, the speakers were carefully chosen, and the topics that reached the agenda were trying to help companies understand the benefit of the cloud and how they can take advantage of everything that the Azure back then and Azure now and the Microsoft 365 can offer. Internally we are using Dynamics 365. And because ClickDimensions integrates so seamlessly with Dynamics 365, it was the clear winner for us for choosing the marketing automation tool. So I'm here today to talk a bit about how we are using ClickDimensions in Avelgo, and I'm gonna just share my screen. Please let me know when you can see it.
Yes, you can see it.
Great.
Yep.
Okay, so before event, we have the landing page, the website, the landing pages, and all other sources where people can register. And for a long time, after a person registers, we don't push too many emails. But before a conference is almost kicks off, just let me open the builder because I was talking blank. Okay, we are starting to communicate with the people who registered. This year we had 2 funnels of registrations. We had the Eventbrite registration area and a LinkedIn generation form, LinkedIn lead generation form that we had to manually import in our CRM. Therefore, we have 2 entry points in our event automation. Each time a person registered for the conference, it was automatically added to our marketing list dedicated to Cloud Conference 2021. Then, after we set up our 2 different entry points, let's say, we started the automation. And this was a series we used. Should I zoom it a bit? So 2 days before the conference, we announced participants about the keynote speaker, more about what our speaker is going to talk about, and also ask them to check their system requirements. This is how the email looks like. And this was created as an email template, so we can always use it later. Okay, now it's loaded completely. So 2 days before the conference, our registered participants received this email to prepare their questions. We send them a link where they could submit their questions. Then we recommended them to run a quick system check just to make sure that on the day of the event they will be able to access the event successfully. Then the day before the event, so one day less, 24 hours to go, we send another email informing them of the way the conference is gonna unfold. Originally, we hoped that we would be at the venue and also streaming online, but unfortunately we had to switch again 100% online. So we just gave them a bit of overview of the what's and when's and what to do on Thursday when the event took place. So with this completes this sequence, and going back, we have the conference day when we were sending out the reminder, also the login button, the attend button to make it easier for them. And after the event, we checked if our attendees, how many attendees actually interacted with this email, because this was the only entry point in the event. Then we send out the event recording, the recording of the two tracks we had. We send out also, so the on-demand sessions were sent out both to those who attended and those who didn't, weren't able to come to join us. The messages are different. For those who register, we thank them for attending, and also we send them the conference survey, because even though it's not okay to send everyone the survey, because maybe they would just click it and it wouldn't be relevant for us. But the most important thing we do with the ones, for instance, who viewed our sessions, we update their contact information directly in our CRM. Depending on what they did, we are, for instance, I updated with the fact that they did attend Cloud Conference 2021 and watched the on-demand sessions. So they both attended and then re-watched the sessions. Otherwise, they attended, but they weren't interested in watching the recordings of the other sessions that they missed. Also on the negative path, so they didn't attend the event, but they did watch the on-demand sessions, which is also important for us, because maybe they had something came up on that day and they weren't able to join us, but they are interested to learn more about what we presented there. Okay, so this was what we use as an automation. And just let me show you a bit about the statistics, which this is also nice. Oh, not the survey, sorry. This one. So the statistics, it's really nice to have an overview of how many people you reached. So for instance, we had a total of 313 registrants who received the emails, and here you can see that 100 clicked the attend button and 2007 didn't. And then how many completed the process in each state. I won't go here. You can also see the participants, but because of the GDPR, I won't be able to show you. Their names are unclear and their email addresses, so I'm going to just skip this part. So here you have a clear view of what happened at the event. Okay, let me show you the templates. Here you can create as many templates as you want, and you can use them during automation. So it's really easy to use the drag and drop items and link to an event really quickly. It's easy. You can also personalize it a bit more if you need to. For instance, send email. You can select an email you have a template for. Full agenda, for instance, and just fill out the fields, and it's that easy. Okay, I'm gonna skip this step, and so these are our templates for Cloud Conference. But what I also wanted to share with you is this thing I find really interesting. You saw that I updated the contact information. I would normally have said that they participated in Cloud Conference 2021, but because I forgot to ask a colleague of mine to update the CRM with the nut to increase the editions, I wasn't able to make this update. Therefore, in my case, I chose to update the description, which during next week I think I'm gonna export to Cloud Conference. So I will have here another entry point saying that I was attending Cloud Conference 2021. So I chose to update this field and not lose the information, and later on work on my part of the CRM, just to make sure that so everyone who attended has an entry in our CRM, so we can address and remark it after the event. What I also love is this page, especially the total scorecard. This is my card. Every time I visit the Avelgo website and I visit a specific page, my score increases by how much I set it as a marketer. But if you have someone who visits your website, your landing page, let's say, their score increases, and this means that they are interested in your products or services. Here you can see what I interacted with lately, with the tests I was sending for Cloud Conference, of course. The ratio of emails opened and those where I clicked and where I didn't. And the events I participated in. So it's let's say it's a bird's eye view for this context of the interaction he had or she had with my company. So this area is really important for us as marketers, because you can hand out marketing qualified leads to the sales teams. So this is something I really use and I love to see in ClickDimensions. Yeah, so this would be it.
Thank you so much, Diana, and I'm sure for all the marketers here who were involved in organizing either a physical or a virtual event know how much of a hassle it is to, just map out this process and then to actually execute it, and know how complicated it is to do it manually. And Diana just showed you how much marketing automation solution can help you, first of all, because you have the entire process mapped out, like you saw, in a very visual, nice and neat drag and drop features graphic that helps you make sure that you're not skipping any step, you're not losing any contact or any leads, and then how easy it is to actually execute it and put some triggers there and start some activities which are happening automatically, and you don't have to remind yourself or your team members to do that. And yeah, great. So this is the beauty of marketing automation.
And I would add one more thing. It's the fact that it's already happening in the CRM. So you don't have to import anything. You have it here. So it's awesome.
Exactly. So this is why it's important to also have a marketing automation solution that is as close as possible, or just natively, like ClickDimension is with Dynamics 365, because you have it all. You have that unique source of truth that we all need as marketers, and also our peers from the sales. And more than that, that gives you those compelling reports ultimately for the management. And you don't have to pull all the information from everywhere. Amazing. Thank you so much, Diana, for showing us this, really hands-on approach to marketing automation. Now, here are some just final thoughts before we move into the Q&A section. Now, as the popularity and importance of marketing automation has increased in recent years, so too has the number of marketing automation solution providers. However, like we've just mentioned, marketing automation platforms are not, universal, are not one size fits all. After you realize, you as a company or you as a professional who's managing the marketing function in your organization, after you realize the need and the importance of automating marketing, it's important to choose the right tool that's in accordance with a few things. First of all, your objectives, what you try to accomplish. Second of all, your technical stack, like in ClickDimensions case, when you have Dynamics 365, you most likely want to use a tool that natively integrates with it. And why not your budget? And also, when you start going into this journey of adopting a marketing automation tool, consider working with a specialized vendor partner, such as NNC or so many other partners of marketing automation providers, who is also able to consult, in choosing the right option. Because once we see, more similar companies or more similar professionals who face your challenges, we know specifically what would work best for you in terms of a solution. Okay. And now we are going to move to the Q&A section. So please just come off mute if you want, or use the chat window to address any questions you have for the speakers today. They say you have to wait 4 seconds until the introverts start to speak. So,
do we have any options for training and support?
I'm guessing for ClickDimensions. So, exactly. Who at ClickDimension would like to take this one? What are ClickDimensions options for training and support?
Is there a portal or something?
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Shall I go ahead?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, ladies first.
Okay.
Oksana.
Yeah. So yes, when you go ahead with ClickDimensions, we not just give you the licensing key and drop it on your desk and here you go. We have an onboarding process in place. So you will have also your dedicated customer success manager who you could go to with any questions you would have, and you will have an access to our academy, learning academy. So those are short videos, 2 to 8 minutes short, for example, just for how to create an email template or how to build a campaign automation. We also provide different scripts and user guides. So, and in addition to that, should you require our services to help you to execute your first marketing campaign or migrate your existing email templates from a third vendor, we have those expertise in our team who would be able to help you to execute with marketing campaign, as I said, or email template migration, all of it. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. And would you also maybe organize from time to time trainings for if I want people from my agency to join or something like, because as you know, hands-on is always best to learn.
Yes, this is where we differentiate ourselves a lot compared to other vendors. You as a customer would have a dedicated customer success manager. So it means a physical person. You could go and ask, oh, by the way, I'm building this campaign and I forgot, I don't know how to set a trigger for social posts. Yeah, and that person would be able to schedule a 10-minute session, whatever you require, and show you how to do that.
That's really nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So if you have any other questions, just put it in the chat window or just, raise your hand or come off mute. Until we get some more, I actually have one which I get a lot from, our customers and the people we work with. And I believe this is also a question for somebody in the ClickDimensions team. Maybe Sunil, I know you're more on the technical side. A lot of people ask us how easy it is, to implement such a solution in the first steps from a technical point of view. I mean, how quickly can we just start using it and start seeing data in our system?
Yeah, sure. So it's a simple solution file. We've actually had customers who were able to get it set up within 30 minutes, 1 hour to actually get it all up and running. Some of the more savvy customers are able to start building things within the first couple of hours. But we would recommend take your time, go through the onboarding, really understand what ClickDimensions is all about. Use your team that you get as well, because when you invest in the technology, you also invest in a team. So although technically it's very simple, anybody can do it, 20 to 30 minutes. Just take the time and get to know your team. And let's just figure out what it is you're looking to achieve so we can set you up for success together. So you don't have to go about it all yourself.
Great. Thank you, Sunil. We have a question from Greg Corson. Hi, Greg. Can you come off mute?
I can.
We just want to hear other people talking, Would you like to address your question live?
Sure. My question is, have you been able to monetize what the return on investment is for the investment in your software? As it refers to maybe new business or re-engaging, older business who maybe had not been contacted on a regular basis or in some time, and or internal staff, maybe Diana's time that she's been able to be more productive by use of the software versus before they had it.
Yeah, I felt that question was for me. So we have a super long selling cycle because we are offering services. We're not selling products. So our typical, let's say the average is around 8 months to 1 year, 1 year and a half. And we have ClickDimensions for almost a year now. In this December is going to be 1 year. So I would say, I don't know. But for sure, my time spent on synchronizing different tools in the CRM made me more efficient because I'm having all the time now. And my sales team receives better information based on the statistics we have that we can pull out from ClickDimensions. So we are going more now spot on rather than just guessing. With our prospects, clients, and partners. So we are still waiting to see. Actually, let me just tell you something. Usually, Cloud Conference is a big lead generation for us. So it just happened. I should be waiting a bit to see what happens next, but hopefully by December, I would say yes.
Yeah, just to add to that as well, it depends for every customer, right? How much is a client worth to you? But what it does do, as was mentioned, it speeds up the time that it takes to get an ROI on this thing, because it's all native, you have good support, you have a team, so you can just spend time on creating campaigns, optimizing the best campaigns. The software, the technology is fantastic at telling you within your campaigns where to go and look, what to optimize. So it depends for each customer, the time it takes to get a return on your investment. But it definitely does for everybody speed up that time, whatever that time may be.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Greg, for your question, and thanks everyone for answering. Anybody else? If not, I have another quick one, and then maybe we can wrap up. Actually, I noticed Diana mentioned one of her other favorite features, other than organizing the cloud conference, is the lead scoring. I wanted to ask the ClickDimensions team whether you can share with us some secrets, like any new feature we are expecting to see in the future at ClickDimensions that your clients requested, anything new on your roadmap.
Yeah, we do. I actually don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say.
An exclusivity, so we can increase our views on YouTube.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
sure. I'm being serious, but no, we are relaunching the lead scoring, because typically, you can do things as you expect, right? You can say, okay, people opening emails, sending emails, forwarding emails, replying to emails get a certain score, but we are bringing a lot more into that. I honestly, I'm not sure what I am or not allowed to say, but we have revamped it. And Oksana, maybe we can follow up, and Awana, maybe you can distribute something after this call if we do get the internal thumbs up.
Well, then, can I ask you something? I saw that you rolled out Microsoft Teams events, and actually I saw that after I decided to go with the Eventbrite event. And
yes.
I was wondering about how is that going. I didn't have time to dive into it.
Yeah, sure. So I was speaking to lead scoring specifically there, but in terms of roadmap, yes, absolutely. We rolled out the Microsoft Teams integration during the pandemic. As was mentioned in the introduction, everything accelerated. Microsoft Teams just absolutely blew up. So although we're using Zoom, a lot of people are using Microsoft Teams for webinars and things, right? So if you take those campaign automations, if you remember from earlier what was shared on the screen there, bring in your Microsoft Teams events into that as well. Whoever are participating in Teams, they can get follow-up emails. You can nurture them accordingly as well. So Teams is just, it's another way of running an event. So with Teams, go to Webinar, Zoom, Eventbrite, there's a few more. If you're not using one of those, then maybe you should. And if you are using one of those, then we do have you covered from an integration point of view. And we're always looking to improve, right? We're always looking to work on more integrations. Microsoft Teams, of course, is very much tightly integrated. It's Microsoft, right? So as Microsoft are rolling out these new technologies and growing these technologies, we are on that bandwagon as well. We are following Microsoft very carefully. So as they enhance, we will look to bring those enhancements into the ClickDimensions automation platform as well.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Sunil. So I'm guessing there are no other questions. So first of all, thank you everybody who attended today, and thank you to all our speakers, Diana, Oksana, Nazir, and Sunil. Now, in terms of what's next for you, first of all, we're having this traditional end of the year event. We haven't announced the date soon, but you're gonna get it if you are subscribed to our newsletter. We are planning an event regarding the strategies for next year, 2022, which should be an interesting year, at least from a numerical point of view. Make sure you register for our B2B Prospecting Academy website and communication. Get in touch with us, get in touch with Oksana, Nazir, Sunil at ClickDimensions if you need any support on your marketing automation decisions, but also with us and NNC as a partner. And also with Diana from Avelgo if you're interested in a cloud infrastructure provider here in the region. And I look forward to seeing you again at our next events. Thanks everybody for being here today.